Hey up guys, it's Bars. DJ's not here with me today. He's living dream somewhere on holiday. So I'm on my own today. I've just been and collected this beauty. Yeah, it looks rough, but it won't do. It's an R33 Skyline GTST Series 2, 1997. But yeah, take a look around. It's in rough condition at the minute, but the only way is up. It is going to be, well, it's going to have a lot of bodywork, body kit on there, better wheels. It's going to have engine work, definitely. I'm going to go for a big turbo. It's going to sing some power, let me tell you, eventually. So, as I say, the only way is going to be up now. The first series of building we've got is something a bit different, a bit crazy. Well, totally different to be fair, but this won't be far behind. But first, you're going to see something a bit crazy. Thank you guys, and let me know what you think to it. So guys, made it back. Not quite as intentionally planned. As I was getting close to the area, it started no boost, making a weird noise. I think it's turbo personally, but I'm not 100% on that. We'll wait for DJ to get back and see what his thoughts are. But I'll give it a start and see what you guys think. So, if it is what I think it is from what I've diagnosed, it's gonna probably have a big turbo kit sooner than what we planned, and hopefully you'll see it soon.
3 days later.
See why I think it's been better. Yeah, well, that's some door stop, that one.
That's a proper door stop, that one.
I mean, I've not been here for a week, so I don't know what's happening, but I can see our dinghy's been busy. Because he's converted front to his car. Yeah, look, there it is.
Where is he?
There's our dinghy, he's not matching.
Here he is, look.
He's the boy, isn't he? Let me tell you. That kid uses snap-on screwdrivers as chisels. He breaks everything. Don't you, Dingy? I'm going to tell him a little bit about your car, but...
This one's not been seen yet, has it?
You what?
You what?
You've lost the wheel.
Have you?
Find it later.
Look at that, look. Can't even use a jack without breaking it.
You've not seen this one yet? Because last week when I did the walk around video, I was actually in the yard. I was going to say, I'll let our dinghy tell you a little bit about it, but it's wandered off again, so it looks like I'm going to tell you. This is my younger brother's. It's a 1964 Mark I Cortina estate. He bought it standard, or near on standard, had a set of wheels on it, standard motor. While I've been away, to be fair, he's actually put the new front wheels on. He's converted it to 5 stud on front, still 4 on back. Again, American racing wheels, same wheels as what's on that. He's yet to, I think he's going 9-inch Ford under the rear of that, as 9-inch Ford under the rear of that as well. Motor-wise, it's actually quite a rare motor that. It's a 2.4. Here, is here. Here, Dingy, come and tell him a little bit about your car, eh? It's not first thing he's built. He's just finished an American pickup truck.
Just recently finished my 1946 Chevy pickup. Now I'm on with this. This is a Mark I Cortina estate, 1963 Mark I Cortina estate.
I thought it was 64, wasn't it?
63, 64. Yeah.
Same thing, same thing. Don't really matter, does it?
64, near on.
I'm in the process of fitting this. This is actually out of an S body, which is a 240SX, Nissan 240SX.
Rear motor, to be fair.
It is. It's a 2.4 4-cylinder, so it should make relatively good torque. I'm running at the moment a Pulsar 3071. 3071 Gen 2 it is.
I think it was 71, yeah.
At the moment I'm locking things up, making everything sure.
It's just a dry fit at the minute.
Yeah.
Literally putting everything in, making all ancillaries, everything in place, and then it'll come back to bits for paint, prepping paint, and then final build.
Just to check everything's right, in place where it needs to be, and then it'll all be pulled back out, ready for paint.
What sort of powers, or what you aiming for?
I think 400 horsepower. They are good for 400 horsepower. So that's what I'm aiming for, which should be ample in this car.
I think 400 horsepower is ample, really. I mean, what's it weigh? It's got to be only 900, hasn't it?
They're 1,000 kilo.
Is that what they are? Yeah. 400 horsepower is ample in this. 400 horsepower, 1,000 kilogram. I mean, power to weight, don't really know what that is, but I know it won't go bad with it. Should go alright. It's enough. It's enough for where you want to be.
Oh, she'll be a weapon.
I have just recently changed it to 5 stud, because these are 4 stud originally, but there wasn't really the wheel selection that I wanted. Originally these are 4 stud, so I've had to change it to 5 stud. So that's what I've been doing recently. And
you only done front at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think you haven't fitted brake. I think brake setup is going same as my car as well.
Virtually somewhat same as well.
Running gear wise, I mean, you put a 9-inch Ford on the back as well, aren't you? I think running gear wise, it's going to be pretty much suspension, wheel setup and brake setup, because that car here.
That's my next job is to mount the axle in the back, which is virtually the same axle as what he's got under that. Just so it's bulletproof for anything for the future, really. Plus, obviously, it converts it to 5 stud.
I mean, what power that axle in standard form will take? I don't know. 9-inch Ford will do. It'd be happy at 750, 800 horsepower standard form, really. So
they are a very, very good axle.
You'll not have no problems there, really. I mean, I'll just tell you a little bit about what I know. My brother's explained a fair bit about this car. I mean, it looks a different thing from last time I seen it. I mean, I've been away for a week. I've been on holiday, but when I did leave, it was still on its original wheels and 4 stud, so he has been busy while I've been away. But yeah, the motor is a 2.4 4-cylinder from a import 240SX S-body. Not really seen of much in the UK, but in the US, the massive tunability with good results. They basically, I mean, the 200SX or 180SX, should I say, come with the SR20 in it. It's that era, and the 240 being the import. This is where that motor's from. The turbo setup, I mean, it's all brand new, it is all custom. It's not been run yet, as you can see. Manifold and downpipe is custom, actually made by a good friend of ours, Luke HV. He does all our manifolds for our cars. Our wheel drop is in the bottom corner. Luke's very much a one-man band. He is doing a lot of fab work. He makes an unbelievable job on every one of our manifolds. His workmanship is 10 to none. He knows what works, what doesn't. He does treat them as his own build. We're still doing a lot of mock-up at the minute. It will all be coming back out to be, I mean, it's nowhere near ready to come back out, really. We've got a lot of things. We're getting rid of the distributor. That's having a blank. It's having a trigger disc on the front pulley with individual coil packs instead of leads. Again, bit like the McLaren. I mean, you're ramming a lot of boost through this, running the distributor. There will be a point where you start getting spark issues, whereas if it's running coil sticks, there's a lot more headroom for tuning. Interior wise, I mean, it's pretty original. Pretty much like my car. We do try and leave them so they're usable. I mean, if in an ideal world, I wouldn't have a cage in that. It's only due to trying to keep the body together. But this has actually got a cage in it. But yeah, this being 400s would be nice. 400 horse, that's where you want to be in it, don't you?
Yeah, 400
It don't need no big cage in it, so he is leaving it as original as he can, really. Oh, she's a lovely motor, look, isn't she? Huh? Look at that. You wouldn't mind pedalling it with that big wheel, would you, at 400 horse? Hey, Dingy?
That might just get changed, that steering wheel.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have a good go.
Have some swing on it.
Are you putting a diff in it, or are you in a locked axle, or what's your plans with rear? I mean, I know we've stated it's only 9-inch Ford, but what, LSD in it, or?
Probably LSD in it, yeah.
LSD, yeah. No, like, this one don't need a spool in it. It's not going to be no drag car or no... It's just going to be a nice...
Just a nice...
Yeah, look, Bars has found...
Relatively big,
Look at
fast
that.
road car.
Okay.
I did put that on at one point, but I didn't get to grips with it. I didn't
Cortina.
like it.
Is that the one, Bars?
That's the one in it.
That's the one. This would be a cool car, no, Dingy.
Put a different boss on it.
So look at this.
It's
Yeah,
bulky with the boss
that's
on.
that. Just imagine, forget the big wheel.
It's definitely period, I'll give it that. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Just wants a different boss on it.
That's banging.
Hey?
That's bang
You
on.
can't beat an old Ford, can you? You can't beat an old Ford with a Japanese motor, because that means it's a fast Ford. That's what I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Perfect combination. She'll have a fast old motor in it, some big old stoppers, and she'll be a cool car. I mean, I've been away for a week, I have come back and he has done some progress on it. I mean, when I left it was still on 4 stud on the front, so he has been doing a bit. Brakes, have you, the brakes here? Are they right?
The brakes on here.
It should be next few days. So that will be next week's job, right?
Yeah, from suspension wise, front will be somewhere there. Yeah.
I mean, coilovers are on. Like I say, there's no discs or calipers on there. But that's on the next
They'll
week.
be landing very soon, so the
Yeah.
should be.
But what we have got is a big old box from Poland.
Do you know what that
I've been
means?
waiting for.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not opened this yet. It is a sealed, so you're going to see it as first as where I am. So we're going to get this cut open now and have a look, see where we're at with it. We're going to do some test fits on the Skyline, see how well it actually fits.
I'm excited for this one. I can't wait to see
We've got a
different.
load of things to do. We've got to do our own.
Yep. Let's see if we can get a good angle here, hey? Look at
I
that.
mean, rear quarters look a little bit rough on this at the minute. When I bought this car, it had some 17B9 split rims on, with fiberglass over fenders, GTR copies. They was actually smoothed in, so I've literally hammer and chiselled all the fiberglass and body filler off that. I've cut the wheel arch. The inner tub, there's a 4-inch drop from the inner tub to the outer, so I've actually lifted this rear wheel arch 4-inch and brought the inner tub straight out and seam welded it to the outer. So the over fenders, they're actually 150mm wide, I believe. Shut up.
It's a fair chunk, innit?
Yeah.
It's definitely a fair chunk.
They do actually come high up. Wheel fitment, I mean, we're running no spaces at the minute, and it's a mad offset, to be fair. The wheels, they're actually 18x12 negative 55, so that's a huge wheel, really. You won't get them under any stock body, really, of anything, really. They are a 3-piece split rim. They are a works wheel, they're a genuine works wheel. Front wheels are 11-inch wide, which again is massive, really. I mean, front you've got a lot more problems than rears on front. I mean, rear you can tub it, you can pull them out as much as you want, but with a front wheel, running a wheel with that much offset, it becomes a problem with your turning circle, because your hub, I'm trying to think the best way to describe it, really. If you're turning on your centre point, you're alright, but when you've got such a severe offset wheel, instead of you turning on your centre point, you start to turn in and out, so then you're causing problems with running into bumpers and wings, etc. So rear's not really, you can cut as much as you want out and you can get a real good fitment with a massive offset wheel. Front, you do tend to run into problems. I mean, on a lot of cars, on a lot of things, we do run into problems. That's why a lot of cars you do not see really a massive offset wheel on the front. This car, I mean, it's not going to be a drift car. I couldn't possibly make it work as a drift car running that sort of offset wheel. It's not possible. You can't get the lock. There's not enough room in there. But this car is actually just going to be a tow car to trailer that one. So we don't really need, we don't need a massive amount of lock. I mean, I might even end up limiting so much of the standard lock in the racks, on the rack ends, putting spaces in there just to limit it, just for the room issues really. Today we're going to concentrate on getting the rear kit fitted, the rear over fenders, just for the fact of fronts. This car actually, when I bought this car, come with fiberglass front wings, and ideally I'd like to go steels, just for the fact of a fiberglass kit never fits. You always have to trim and fettle it to make it work well, which is okay on a, for instance, stock quarter, because all the swage lines, everything's there, it's right. Again, on a stock wing, but with this car having fiberglass wings, we're trying to make a fiberglass over fender panel with a fiberglass wing. They're both not quite perfect, so you're going to run into more issues. So yeah, I'm going to try and find a pair of genuine GTR front wings. I don't want to buy the steel genuine wings for the fact of they're like £500 each, and it's a case of I've literally got to cut the wing and leave probably 2 inch round. I mean, it's sacrilege really on a genuine GTR wing to do that. But again, this car, it's not a drift car. It's going to be a show car to tow my car to the drag strip. So ideally, I mean, I want all the body gaps right. I want it as good as can be. If it was a drift car, there's a lot of forgiveness. They do get abused, they do get tie wrapped back together, but this car, we're not going for that look. I would like it as a presentable, nice show car. I'm waiting to see this kit fit. I want to see what it fits like.
Well, I've got the tripod stand.
Is that what you'd call that, is it?
That's what I'm going to do. We're going to set up the tripod now.
We'll do a bit of test fitting, eh?
Let's see what it looks like.
And that there, that's going to stay under cover for a while, that, but we'll get round to that, don't we? What's that bit then, Boz?
Well, come on mate, you know me and I don't know what this is.
What is it?
I don't know yet.
You weren't joking when he says you don't know, do you? Were you?
Look, I do wing. I'd imagine that's something to do with bumper. Some kind of splitter, some sort.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, it's pretty much right shape in it. It's definitely going to be a splitter. It's definitely a splitter, that one. Right, so we're gonna unbox it, lay it all out on the floor, and see what bits we have got, what bits we haven't got, and try and test it.
We'll just wing it literally. Yeah. That's one of them. That's got it.
Well, you don't expect so, wouldn't you? I can tell you now, round and that's passenger side, near side.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
It might be this side.
No, it's not. It's near side.
Sure.
Yeah, hold it.
I don't know. I'd say it's the right one.
That's going wrong. This is the sound actually. So, I mean, I've not seen this kit yet, so we don't know what finish it's going to be like, but I mean, I've heard good things off everybody.
Look at the difference of that. Look at that.
At the minute, it's running like 8-degree camber. If I knock some camber off, I'll be able to tighten this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to run like 3-degree camber. Straighten wheels up a bit more. So that's not a bad fitment wise though, to say there's no space. Is it? Morning guys, fresh day, back on with the Skyline today. This being the other side rear quarter, I have I've drilled half a dozen holes around it, banging the centres because they are going to be where they need to be. I'm not drilling them out bigger. All I've done is I've run the self-drilling screw in and then run it in reverse out but still in to take the material out, so the holes are too big for the screw, so it will only grip on the quarter. So as you see, I mean, I've removed the over fender. It does look a little bit rough behind there. Reason being, this car actually had moulded on GTR replica quarters. I have cut all them off. I have cut the inner tub and lifted it up 4 inch. I've done that work, but yeah, as you see, it is a little bit rough, but we're going to get through that. Just now, I'm going to try and fit the filler cap. Some of these cars you see with this kit on, they leave the filler cap in the original place and then infill the kit so the cap's right in, but on this car I'm going to try and get the cap not level with the outer of the over fender, but somewhere near, so we haven't got the massive infill. On today's plan of action, we're going to try and get the Skyline to the body shop. It is booked in for 9 AM this morning. We haven't made that yet, but we are going to try and get it there at some point today. That's today's plan of action. First of all, first on cards, that's got to go because it's already late. So yeah, we're going to get that gone, and then we're going to sort next step with the buggy. If this is something you're interested in, please like and subscribe. There will be full episodes of building this. Is this one going to go? I mean, we're going to take this over there now. Is this one going to go, or is this one going to need a jump pack? Because just recently, they all seem to be flat. Oh, proper 90s that, innit? Yeah? Or is it flat or what? Oh, oh, it's crisp that, isn't it? Huh? Ugh.